Well, ladies and gentlemen, and finally we are back here for the Hearthstone Alley Invitational. Well, not really invitational, but this tournament here in Singapore. It's been awesome, an awesome journey actually so far, and it's been really crazy. We've seen a couple of really amazing matches, I have to say. I think one iconic one was the Leroy Jenkins into Knife Juggler. I think that was really close, but a very, very interesting game. Yeah, it was a very close Kungen, and that was kind of scary in my opinion. But I mean, we are here, we are finally here in the winner's bracket, and this is what it really boils down to. It is, of course, the double elimination, but the thing is, as much wins as possible, you want to be able to win every single game, so it secures you that 100% chance that you'll be in the grand finals, and I'm sure each and every one of these players really wants to be there. Yeah, I mean, like, the thing is, I'm sure we can expect a lot of very close games now, seeing as how we're drawing closer to more of the, I guess you could say, top or higher tier opponents that, you know, a lot of these people have to face against. So it's going to be a rough raid for a lot of these players, but I'm sure they have a lot of the skills. There is currently one player that stands out quite a lot, I have to say, and I'll let my stats guy over here, Seth, you know, pull out a little bit of stats over here. I think his name is Kaylee or Kale. It's Kale, who has gone basically 8-0. Yeah, so he has not shown, and I'm not sure about this because we have only been able to cast one game of his, where he actually won with both his Paladin, both matches with his Paladin, and his Paladin wrecked face, and that was, in fact, one of the games where it was a close Kungen, what do you say? And I'm sure there's another honorable mention, as I think Kiro as well. Yeah, Kiro. Who has gone 7-2, so I mean he's got a pretty awesome deck. We did actually see it in action. If I'm not mistaken, it was, I can't remember who exactly it was against. Sorry about that, but it was a very, very close match.
Yes, definitely. It was very entertaining.
And yeah, very entertaining for sure. I mean, there's a lot of diversity here. I guess you can kind of say that you get to see a little bit of the Southeast Asian side of Hearthstone. I mean, so far we've only gotten to see like China, US, and EU.
Europe.
So it's a lot of mixed matches. Yes, there are a couple of carbon copies, but not really because they add in their own elements in their decks.
Most of their decks, although somewhat similar to what the meta game NA is running, they have added their own flair to it, their own unique touches, more modifications, make deck jabs.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing is like every deck feels almost unique. There is a couple of cards that have been appearing a lot in these decks, and we will be talking a little bit about that tomorrow because we don't want to spoil too much of what's going on already so far in this competition. So, you know, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are ready for this action. I'm not sure if we're ready just yet, but I can tell you for sure, maybe we can draw a little bit of stats here for our match, which is going to be Crazerk versus Unistar here in this first winner bracket game. Crazerk so far has gotten 8 wins and 1 loss, so he's about what, 80% win rate?
88% win rate.
88% win rate, if you want to put it like that. And of course, Unistar, on the other hand, he went 6-2, and that's about 70% ratio there.
75%.
75%, and I think so far the only stats we've gotten from the games that we casted is, of course, we watched him move from games there. Unfortunately, his Shaman and Druid deck didn't do as well, and that's kind of the reason why we're kind of interested to see how well he's going to fare in this game. I mean,
a secret root deck.
We haven't gotten to see a root deck. We only saw one root deck so far in the entire tournament, and that is actually kind of, in my opinion, unfortunate that we don't get to see it. So hopefully we get to start seeing a lot of this. You know, I want to see even more combos. So far we've only seen combos from Z's with the the Warlock deck, where he actually played Power Overwhelm.
Leroy, double power.
I mean, that's crazy. I mean, that's like a 36, but it's the 12 damage. Can you imagine? That's like I guess you could say like a 6 mana blast for double the damage. So I mean, it's kind of insane the amount of damage that's been happening, and I mean combos in this game so far. I don't know, what do you expect to see in this second stage?
Well, I would expect all the players to be maybe all these high-tier players, right? They will be forced to bring out their hidden decks, their hidden gems. That might have some very, very unique twist to them. So far, I don't think I can see any of them.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm pretty excited about that and to see how C players are actually shaping the metagame locally.
Yeah, that's true. And speaking of the metagame, can you like give us a little bit of insight? What is the current metagame right now?
Well, current metagame is aggression.
On the dot, full-on aggression, aggro. I mean, it seems like a lot of the next pack are always going with this kind of combination. And I do know that there are a couple of times where players actually run with a lot of giants in there.
Yes.
Do you think it's kind of viable? Like, what is your take on this kind of situation?
It depends on which class you're going for. If you're going for, let's say, a druid deck, then a Giants, especially Molten Giants, would be a very nice play, since they don't have too much direct damage. Yeah. So if you can get out 2 Molten Giants, you can put out some taunts on them. They're basically steel walls standing in front of you.
Yeah, I saw a pretty funny place there where someone was dropped, I think it was a warrior in fact, dropped so below his HP, but he eventually threw 2 0-cost Molten Giants and the defender market. So I mean, it's kind of funny to see, but I mean, it's really interesting to see this kind of combos being played. I mean, a lot of changes have been happening. Let's talk a little bit about like a couple of nerfs that you just have gotten recently, like things like Blizzard, Protocol, a lot of the freezes, even Frost Nova.
Yes, even Frost Nova.
A lot of these just took like a 1 mana increment in the mana cost, right?
Yep. Well, a lot of people might think that it's just 1 mana cost, man. What sort of hard will it bring to you? But you gotta understand that Hearthstone, being if you're in turn 10 and you go to turn 11, you don't get 11 mana, right?
Exactly.
You're stuck with 10 mana cost, so you gotta make do with what you have. So when everything increased by 1, you're basically nerfing the possible combination of spells that can come out to have very devastating results.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, the thing is, you want to make sure you utilize every single mana turn that you have so that you can utilize it, because eventually, like you said, I mean, nice to mention, once you reach a 10 mana, you're not going to gain 11, you're not going to gain 12, you're not going to gain 13, 14, 15, and so on and so forth. And that's why, Molten Giant, 20 mana cost, it's pretty awesome. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the winner's bracket. Game number 1 here, Crazerk versus Unistar. This is gonna be the most awesome game, I think. Well, not really the most awesome, but it's gonna be the building block for an even much more awesome games in the future. Right?
Definitely, man.
I mean, I'm 100% ready for Hearthstone. Are you ready?
Of course I am, man. I'm always ready.
Of course. All right, let's just get this on. Let's get this ready and waiting. We've got, like I mentioned earlier, we've got Crazerk versus Unistar. What deck do you think they're gonna pull out? I'm gonna ask you a little bit in terms of that.
It's gonna be hard, man.
Okay.
Well, looking at Crazerk's selection, he brought a Rogue deck, a Paladin deck, and a Warlock deck. Unistar brought a Rogue deck, a Shaman deck, and a Druid deck. We're probably gonna see both Rogue decks being played as its last result. Well, what do you know? First take Rogue.
Unistar with that Rogue deck as the first blind pick, and we have the Warlock on the other side. Crazerk there. It seems like he really loves that Warlock. Let's take a quick look. Oh, they actually mulligan cards a little bit too fast here. Looking at Crazerk, not Unistar's end, he actually mulliganed too.
He mulliganed another Harvest Golem.
Yeah, so he got like a Harvest Golem, a Dark Iron Dwarf, a Ragnaros, which is kind of unfortunate. And on this Crazerk side, he does have the Harvest Golem, the Fairy Dragon, the Shattered Sun, and the Dark Iron Dwarf on top of the coin.
This is close to what you expect as a perfect hand, man. Look at his hand. There's 1, 2, 3, 4.
And I mean, like, he's got so much. We might even see a 5 coming out later. But he's just gonna go ahead and throw out the taunt. There is a top deck on the Deadly Poison here. Not like it's gonna be any useful for him just yet. He's just gonna go ahead and coin out. Not coin out, sorry. Just use his hero power there and get a little bit of dagger going on.
Well, here's turn 2 for Crazerk. And Fairy Dragon's gonna be played here. Yeah,
most probably. I mean, there's really no option there. I mean, no question without doubt. He still has to go through the taunt if he wants to do any damage towards this Fairy Dragon. So no issue for him. He's actually, it looks like he's actually gonna try to throw out the. Wow. Okay, so he throws out the Ooze as well as the deadly poison. I mean, obviously a Warlock has no weapons, so
Yes.
it's really not much of an issue to him.
Yes.
We're probably just going to see a trade here, maybe not even. It's really dependent. There is that Shattered Sun Cleric, of course, but that's not really going to help.
Yeah.
There is, of course, the Harvest Golem, which you can play and just trade minions, which it seems like he's going to probably go for.
He could go for the greedy play and Soulfire those.
It could be. I mean, he might lose the coin, which actually in this kind of case isn't
Yes.
as bad.
He doesn't
Yeah,
actually
but he's
need
gonna
the
go for
coin.
it, so are we gonna see? Oh, he gets the coin!
The Iron
Is this
Jesus,
the
man.
caster's? This is the caster's luck, it seems. I mean, getting the kill, well, not really the kill, but the burn on that coin. Now he just puts him into such a good spot. Look at that thank you coming out right here.
That was the perfect card to discard right there.
Exactly. Now there is a Harvest Golem on the end of Unistar here, but he's just gonna go ahead and trade off the Fairy Dragon there. So it's a Harvest Golem for a Harvest Golem. But look at this. There's a lot of buffs right now on Crazerk's board, sorry, that can do a lot of damage. Like that Shattered Sun will basically counter that
Harvest Golem.
That Harvest Golem. Wouldn't you say?
Definitely you gotta go for Shattered Sun. Shattered Sun Cleric buffing the Harvest Golem and even the Argent Squire.
Yeah. I mean, just getting more mobs on the board, and it's not going to die at all because it does have that shield, so it doesn't have to worry too much about this 2-1 spawn.
Well, generally Rogues doesn't run any board clear because board clear for Rogue is either doesn't do too much, doesn't do enough for board presence, or it costs too much to play. Like you have to sacrifice your weapon in order to have a decent AoE.
Yeah, actually that's really true, and as you can see right here, Argent Square is in fact going to be played. The 3-4 has not attacked yet. It's most probably going to go for the face here. I mean, he can always trade his Golem for this.
I mean, look at Crazerk's positioning of the creeps, man. Perfect alignment. You always want to play your lowest attack minion in the middle for fear of betrayal.
Oh yeah, that's actually a really good point to place here. Both minions aren't going to die, and he's still going to be forced to trade and even use a hero power if he wants to get some sort of board control here. It looks like he's just going to go ahead and kill off the, what is this? The Hay Golem thing.
Yep.
And he's going to use SIH actually to ping off the Shattered Sun, so that's going to die. So, I mean, he doesn't really get the effect of the scrubs there.
Yeah, he had to sacrifice a scrub.
Yeah, which is kind of unfortunate. We always like to see, yeah, get out of town.
And look at that. Dark Iron Dwarf, man, the perfect answer.
Exactly. The Dark Iron Warfare is just really good, and in fact, at his turn 6, he can always play that Argent Commander for added extra damage. Also, it's very dependent on what card he's going to get next, so there's really not much that he has to worry about. He's going to go ahead here, trade off. He's definitely going to get value because that shield's just going to go off, and look at that. The Rogue is still going to have to attack into him if he wants to kill it and take 3 damage.
7 damage on the board, baby.
Yeah. How awesome is that? You have the 4-4, you have a 1-drop that's a 3-1. It doesn't get any much more better than this. Look at that, he's forced to play this, but he knows that if he goes the battle grind, he's going to be forced to pump up the
one of the enemy minions,
so
yes.
It's like he's stuck in a really sticky situation. And what would you say would be the better option? Do you think he should just go ahead and use the Defender of Argus and even use his hero power?
Well, if you use the Defender of Argus, you're basically playing a 4 mana for a 3-3, which is very bad for his value.
Right.
The best situation that you could do is really hero power, play the Dark Iron and take 6 damage. Although you take more damage, but you secure the board control. At least you have competitive board control.
I see. So give him the 6 damage, he's still gonna die anyways to the Dark Iron Dwarf that he has on the ground. Oh, he's actually still thinking about it.
Yep.
I guess he's a little bit afraid of trying that risky play.
Yes.
In a sense, he doesn't.
Definitely.
I mean, if he's taking 6 damage the next turn, he's just gonna be down, left to down only 13 HP, and you do not want to be that low, especially against a Warlock.
Yes, especially against a Warlock. Let's say, if he top decks Power Overwhelming and taps into another Power Overwhelming.
Oh god, that's just gonna be a lot of damage. Okay, so here's the thing now. He can actually go ahead and trade the Dark Iron, but I don't think he really gives a damn about that. He's probably just gonna rush face and deal. Oh, actually, if thinking about hitting the.
Well, going for the Argent Defender is the safest play here, as you want to have board control on top of winning the board.
Right. Oh, and he also remembered the fact that there was that Dark Iron Dwarf was being placed over here.
Yep.
Yeah, so that could also be another option that is actually very, very dangerous. There is, okay, now the fact that he cannot play the Defias and then into a Dark Iron Dwarf, but the problem is, again, he wastes the Scrub's ability.
Yeah, unfortunately, he had a very bad hand. That's the only thing he can do without benefiting the enemy.
Yeah.
So, he gonna sacrifice the scrub.
Yeah,
I think that's the only play, unless he wants to sacrifice the Dark Knight.
Yeah,
which is 6 mana for a 4/5, that doesn't do much.
Yeah, he's gonna do it right here. He's gonna buff it up, which means he can actually effectively trade either ways on the board. But here's the thing.
He's gonna take 8 damage to the face.
Yeah, he's gonna take 8 damage in the face in the next turn, and he's down to 15 health. He draws Archer Square, which really isn't that much of a issue here. He can tap, I do believe, would probably be the better choice for him.
Definitely.
He's gonna get a defender, which just makes things even much more worse right now. He can actually play that down. Do you think that would be the better choice, or?
Well, for me here, right, what I'll do is I will go for face with 2 minions. I will whack 8, and then I will straight away Shadow Flames to clear the board.
Alright, actually, yeah, that's a pretty decent move over there. Does the Shadow Flame affect every single minion on the board, or just only the enemies?
Just the enemies.
Just the enemies. So that's actually a really good play here. So definitely hitting the face.
What? You forgot to attack, bro!
That was kind of a mistake there.
4 damage down the drain.
He could have got 8 damage out and eventually kill that off. So, I mean, it's not the biggest deal. I mean, it kind of is the biggest deal.
4 damage at this point.
4 damage, and you want to quickly burn him down, and he's about that point where he's about to die. So, there is a couple of okay. So the thing is, there is a turn 8 Ragnaros that he has the ability to.
But he's gonna he's definitely gonna eviscerate for 4.
Yeah, this is definitely the better play here. He's in fact even gonna pick off the shield, which means the next one he can't effectively trade that. It's gonna die to the what is it? The Black Iron Rider.
The Black Knight.
Oh, sorry, the Black Knight.
The Black Iron.
I'm getting mixed up, bro. That's a little bit of a mistake on my end. But look at that top deck.
Top deck stone all over again, baby.
Okay, so we've got the Archer command. Let's take a look at it. He's gonna do 5 damage to the face, but of course he wants to trade.
Yes,
he's gonna get a card draw from the Mortal Coil, which is good. Look at that. He has the double
Argent's defender.
Oh my god, this is making things even worse. And I don't think that Crazerk does run a betrayal in his deck. Does he? I mean, just taking a look, does he run any betrayal in his deck?
Nope. Sadly, no.
0, so that just means he's not going to be able to do. He's forced to throw out the Ragnaros, the Fire Lord.
Does it
Now
hit?
comes a Pew Pew.
Oh!
What an unfortunate trade there. That's a 1-1,
Yep.
which means now he is. I mean, he's still out of lethal range. We can always buff up his mob. Which
Or
is,
he could tap or
yeah,
something.
I mean, yeah, he could always tap. I mean, tapping is always the better choice.
And you have 2 power overwhelming still lying inside the deck.
Exactly. If he gets a 2 power overwhelming, he's definitely dead. In
I mean, 1 will do. Oh,
there we go. There's the answer.
No, it's not enough. It's not quite enough. It's not quite enough.
Well, I mean, if he had the chance to defender of Argus and that, he still would be 1 off lethal, and he still doesn't have the mana for it, right?
Well, the best play here would be Dark Iron go for face.
Yeah. Or do you think he should even go for it? Like, he should just forget about Ragnaros, or should he actually go for Ragnaros?
No, he should definitely ignore Ragnaros because Ragnaros can't attack.
Right.
So, at most he will sacrifice 1 minion.
Right.
Which he will still have 2 minions on the board that he has to deal with because both will give him lethal.
Right, right. Well, in this kind of situation, it seems like if he actually defenders here and ramps this in, he can actually Mortal Call for something else.
Okay, that's the way he said. Oh, he got backstab!
He got a backstab, so that's really great for him now because that just eliminates the 6 damage coming out from.
Okay, it's 50-50 chance that he can survive next turn.
Alright, here we go.
There we go. RNGesus, man, pray.
Is the Fire Lord gonna rain fire on enemy? Out comes the dagger. He's just
He survives!
Oh my god, he survives in that turn. So it seems like he loses his Dark Iron here. But now here's the problem though. He doesn't have a charge. He actually top decks a power overwhelming. But the problem is, what is he gonna hit right now?
Well, the only thing they can save him is not that.
It's definitely not that.
It's actually Leroy Jenkins. Wait, do we have Leroy? No, he doesn't have Leroy.
He doesn't. He does have another Arching Commander for sure, I think. Oh no, he drew 2 already.
That was the second Arching Commander.
So unfortunately, he's not going to have any charge. He's forced to play both his Arching Protectors right there. Sorry, not Arching Protector. Defender of Argus. The guy that never reaches Northern for some reason.
And here comes the X-Wife.
Oh wow, a top deck into a Sylvanas Windrunner. Now, here's the thing though. He can actually effectively, I mean, he loses 2 minions here, he gains a 2-1, and he has to hit phase for 4, but he's gonna die, so really nothing else he can do here.
He can't kill it.
Yeah,
that's
so
the thing.
I think that's it, man.
That's questionable whether if you should. Yep, there we go.
There we go.
That's
He's gonna, yeah, that's well played. There's even a shadow ball here.
There we go.
Out comes the 4-hit, -1 health. That's gonna be the first game in favor of Crazerk there. Winning against Unistar. That was actually a pretty epic match. I mean,
it was pretty close.
Yeah, it was definitely pretty close. Both players, they reached the 10 mana curve already. It was still very difficult to say the least. And the thing is, this is definitely no longer a 3-part series. This is a 5-part series here. So it's the best out of 5 right now. And the thing is, now that just means that Crazerk is now one game up against Unistar. So that means that he just needs to win 2 more games and he's going to be able to advance in this winner's bracket. So, I mean, Unistar, he's left with 2 decks now. He's down 1 life. And what do you think is probably the best response here towards that Warlock that was being played by Crazerk?
Well, if you see just now, right, the Warlock against Rogue, right? He managed to sustain it towards the late game. So if he dish out the Druid and he can achieve the same effect, the Druid will definitely win. Will definitely have better advantage towards the end game.
Right.
Because of the big cards like Angel of War, Angel of Lore, Ragnaros, Sunwalker.
Even has the Faceless Manipulator, sorry, which can actually be one of the bigger cards.
And then you have very efficient clear board. Board kills mechanics like 2 swipe and 1 starfall. Yeah. Even if a Blood Mage Tunnels to go with it.
Exactly. So a lot of combinations there for his Druid deck. If Unistar is deciding to go for that, I think both players are just taking a little bit of a break here. So we're just going to talk a little bit in depth about that game. I think one major factor that also played a lot was the Soulfire that just got rid of the coin.
Yep.
I think that was also another big play there.
That was a very huge turning point for the Warlock, whereby he established dominance, board control, and he maintained the board control all towards late game.
Yeah, I think that was definitely one of the better points in the game where it seemed like everything is just going there. I mean, Jesus, man, that was pretty insane. And the fact that Ragnaros just constantly hit his creeps. Like, there was never a time where he was able to do damage to it. So it seems like, okay, both players, they're ready. So what are we going to see here? I do believe it's going to be, of course, Crazerk's Warlock. There is no doubt in our mind. I mean, he is going to be forced to play the Warlock again. Excuse me, over there. And just loading into this game. What do you think it's going to be, man? Wild guess. Take a wild guess.
Shaman. I'll go Shaman.
There's a Shaman? There you go. It's going to be that Shaman. Like you called it. Really, really nice call there. We have the Warlock going up against the Shaman. Let's take a quick look at both players' hands. We do have the Earth Elemental, the Blood Mage, Talonus, and the Lightning Storm on the hand of Crazerk. So it seems he already mulliganed everything.
Yeah, but that was the right choice there. You definitely want to keep the Lightning Storm for a very aggro-heavy deck.
Yeah, and it seems like both these players are already mulligan everything already, so it seems we're gonna jump right into this game. So let's take a quick look at the starting hand for Crazerk. He does have a Blood Imp, he does have the Argent Squire as well, he does have Soulfire and a coin as well, so he's actually setting up for a really good early game.
Again, one of the very strong early game that a Warlock could ask for.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a small drop with the Blood Imp. It just presents such a huge broad presence.
Yeah, and look at that. He's forced to throw out the totem. But he gets lucky though because it's a fire totem.
Look at that.
I mean, he
could just coin Shadow Sun. That wouldn't be a bad play, to be honest.
Because there's really nothing much he can do to kind of kill it now. He's gonna wait. It's gonna have to come down to the Shaman reaching the Lightning Storm, but do you really want to use it on those creeps? That's the question.
Well, he could use it, but he was sacrificing a lot since Lightning Storm does overload you for 2, which means you have only 2 mana for turn 4.
Yeah, which means
is pretty much just hero power and pass.
Yeah, exactly. So it seems like he's just gonna trade here the shield.
Well, he's gonna go safe. He's gonna trade and go slow.
All right, so he does. At least he does top deck the Shattered Sun. So now he has both his buffers in the board there, and top of the Blood Imp, which is another very good card here. And in this kind of turn, he does have 4. He does have 4 cost. It does have the Shattered Sun Terror. He's gonna actually buff it up here.
Is he gonna Soulfire that?
It's pretty questionable. I mean, he
Harvest Golem again?
Are we gonna get that RNG? No, it seems like he's gonna go ahead and coin out the Blood Imp, which, in my opinion, I guess
it's a safer play.
It's a safer play, but yeah, I mean, he's actually gonna go for the wouldn't you want to play the Blood Imp in this kind of situation?
Definitely.
I think he made a mistake. Oh, he loses one of his buffers, which is a little bit unfortunate, but he does get the Blood In out. And he's going to go ahead and trade for this. He's still going to survive, which is very good. The value is still there, but now that means Unistar actually... I guess the Lightning Storm is looking pretty good right now. Lightning
Storm is looking pretty good, but you have the off chance that you might do 2 damage to the Shattered Sun, which is definitely not what you want.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's RNG 50-50, man.
Let's see what's the choice here. He's holding onto the card. He's really thinking about throwing it out there. He's deciding...
Well, playing the Lightning Storm is one of the best play here, as he will be overloaded for 2, but still have 3 mana, and he still can cast like Feral Spirit or Harvest Golem.
Yeah, but it seems like he's just gonna go for Feral Spirit first, which I think it's kind of a questionable play, maybe.
Yes.
What do you think?
Definitely a questionable play here.
I mean, okay, looking at Crazerk's hand now, he does have the Dark Iron Dwarf to always buff up his minion to do a little bit more damage, but yeah, okay, so it seems like he's actually going to do that, so... No, he's
hesitating.
Yeah, so do you think it's still the better play to just play the Dark Iron?
Yes, of course. You definitely want to clear out the Feral Spirits if you can this turn. On the turn it's being played. Since if you can clear them, that means you have dominance, board control. On the fact that he's now overloaded with 2 mana.
Yeah. Yeah, that Feral Spirit actually made it impossible for him to throw out that Sylvanas Windrunner, which maybe could have worked out.
Yep.
I mean, the ex-wife.
It would have been 2 for 1, maybe it would be 3 for 1.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, stealing a Blood Imp is pretty funny, especially into the Shaman's deck. Can you imagine those 3 totems?
Yeah.
Those 3 health
0-3 totems, man.
Here we go. He's thinking about it. The Lightning Storm is coming out again, but that just means now at turn 6 he's gonna be down another 2 mana, which means he only has 4 mana to play with. Of course, he still has that Harvest Golem to play if he wants, but
see, this is the problem. If he would have Lightning Storm the turn prior to this, he had 50% chance of clearing the board, and the Warlock would have no choice but to play a Harvest Golem or a Fairy Dragon or an Argent Squire, which is not that of a strong drop compared to a Dark Iron Dwarf.
Yeah, exactly. And you see right there, the Lightning Storm did in fact at least kill off the Blood Imp and the Argent Squire,
the Shattered Sun.
Sorry. So, of course, Dark Iron Dwarf being Dark Iron Dwarf, you're only going to be able to deal 2 damage to it. So, he's actually going to tap over here. He does have a Blood Imp in his inventory. He's going to go ahead and throw out the Fairy Dragon. He's gonna, again, he still has board control, and that's a lot of damage. And don't forget, this this really funny creature here, this Fairy Dragon, it's not gonna be affected by any magic spells.
Yep. Well, the thing is this, for an aggro lock, right, in turn 5, that only does 4 damage to the minion, 4 damage to the hero. Oh, it's going for RNG.
Yeah, look at that, he went for it. He does, of course, he's actually gonna get the Earth Shock, so he does clear the board, but the thing is, again, he's down to nothing. I mean, the board is cleared, but this means that Crazerk is just going to go ahead and throw out minions.
Well, he did get his value back, but he did have to sacrifice his board control. So,
right. Do you think in this kind, it seems like he's thinking of either the Taunt or the Divine Shield in this kind of situation. He knows that already. He's used up both Lightning Storms.
Both Lightning Storms.
So there's really no issue over there. He does He does top deck a Defender of Argus. So he's going to play Sylvanas here, and I think I guess you could say it's not really that bad of a choice.
It is a very good choice, actually.
Alright, so going back to the turn of Crazerk, he does have Archie Commander here. Now the problem is, does he want to Archie Commander? I don't think he really wants to, because that 5/5 trap is probably going to steal him away if he...
Well, the best play here, right? The best optimum, the best situation here is to Shadow Fire, Soul Fire the Sylvanas. Kill it with the Argent Squire without Soulfire discarding your Argent Commander, and then see what it gets. Then you trade it with your Argent Commander.
Alright, so let's get this right. We are gonna Soulfire the ex-wife.
Yes, right? And hope that it doesn't discard the Argent Commander.
Okay.
Or you can Argent Commander and Soulfire.
Which also is an opportunity.
Then trade off with the Argent Squire into the ex-wife.
Right.
Kill the ex-wife,
right,
and hope that it doesn't get it doesn't get the Argent Commander.
Yeah. Okay, so it seems like he's gonna go for the much more riskier play here. He's not gonna divorce his wife, but he's just gonna smack her around a bit. He does in fact try out the taunt, so giving it a little bit more option for him to have a... Oh wow! So he's gonna go trade here. I guess you could say it's a good choice.
It is a viable choice, seeing that he is an aggro lock.
Alright.
But here, right, like what he top decked. A Rock Biter? No, it's not gonna work out good for him.
He can always Rock Biter himself. but that adds 3 damage, correct?
Yes, actually.
So
it
he's
will
gonna
take
be
out the Void Walker.
Yeah, he's going to be able to take off the Void Walker for sure. He will have the 5/5 to work with, which he's going to probably run into, I don't know, some mob, or maybe just even go for face. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I will actually Rock Bite myself, kill off the Void Walker, play the Hero Power, play a Totem, and then Defender of Argus. Both of them.
Yeah, actually that could be a very viable play. He's
Or
actually
the
going to
Harvest Golem.
Yeah, this actually does still work in the end. He's still going to eventually get rid of that. But
Gonna
that should
save on the Rock Biter though.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, he's now down to 5 health on that Sylvana, so which means he can still effectively trade this.
Yep.
And the thing is, hoping to the RNG gods that he doesn't, that his ex-wife doesn't steal his his husband away.
What? He's gonna Rock Biter and break the bubble.
Okay, so it seems like a very big waste there in terms of, in my opinion, like that 3 damage on the bubble. It
definitely
seems like
is
a little bit of a waste. So in this kind of situation, it just means that Sylvana is just going to trade really nicely with, or in fact doesn't even need to trade and just go for face. I don't know, what do you think is the best play in this kind of situation?
Well, for the Warlock, he doesn't have much choice, although he has a lot of removal, but none of it actually deals efficiently with Sylvanas. That just proves to you how much of a bitch this X-Watch can be.
Yeah, so in our language, sorry about that. So in this kind of situation, what do you think? Do you think just going for...
I guess you got to do some damage control here. You got to ram your Argent Commander into the ex-wife.
Right.
And then you just kill it off with the Argent Squire and see which one it gets.
Wouldn't it... Okay, let's say... Yeah, so... Wouldn't it be a better choice?
Or you could Shadow Flame everything.
Right.
You could Shadow Flame your Argent Commander.
Okay, so he's actually gonna hit... He's gonna okay, so he uses... Interesting. What can you tell me about the play though? I'm a little bit baffled here. He's gonna... Well, the thing is, this is not good because he's actually gonna give a free golem. In that sense.
He's definitely gonna give a free golem, there's no doubt about that. But what he's thinking is he's gonna Shadow Flame the golem, kill both the Sylvanas, the ex-wife, and the damaged golem.
Right.
And then he can trade off the Argent Defender.
Right.
And in hopes that the ex-wife actually gets the 2-1.
Oh no, actually it doesn't seem like the case. He's gonna spawn the 2-1, he gets control of the bubbled minion, which isn't that much of a deal here. Well, actually maybe it is, because right now, you look at the board, Unistar is actually kind of ahead.
Oh, that's actually questionable play right there.
Yeah.
Even with the Void Walker, it's still questionable.
So it seems like this turn he's actually just gonna go ahead and pass for Unistar. The taunt is going to be played here, and right now, Unistar, he does have the Earth Elemental. I don't think it's necessary for him to play it here in this situation. He could even go for the Archer Commander if he wants to.
Argent Commander and Flame Tongue, definitely.
Yeah, that would be the probably be the better choice. He can even coin out... No, actually he can.
Yeah,
he can. He doesn't have enough mana. So I guess the Flame Tongue Totem, but where would you place it? That's the question.
Well, he's going to go ahead and play the Earth Elemental. I guess he's still afraid of, you know, Leroy into power overwhelming.
Right. That could, of course, still by very much still kill him. Well, I guess maybe not exactly. I mean, the total damage you can actually get up that is...
Well, he still has a Soulfire.
Ah, right. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, okay. Yeah, that is definitely lethal. Forgive my maths. I'm a little bad at that. But anyways, it seems like he does have the Taunt Golem out. The Archer Commander and Flame Tongue Totem is actually sitting there in the hand of Unistar. Crazerk is looking for any options available. He does have a Demon Fire, so it's still not going to be enough. I mean, he's going to be forced to use a Soulfire here, or maybe even use the Shadow Flame.
He has to use the Soulfire. He has no mana for
mana, yeah.
Well, so that's the battle of the two.
Yeah, he loses the Soulfire, which is not that bad.
The Demon Fire.
As a Demon Fire, yeah. I mean, it seems like it's well played either ways. He does have the Shadow Flame to kind of use it, but of course there's a lot of minions in the board he can use to trade. It's gonna hit face for another 4 damage actually.
That was a very questionable play right there. He could have just Flame Tongue Totem and ram the totem, the 0-2 totem into it.
Oh, yeah,
and kill it.
That's really true as well.
But instead he sacrificed a 2-1 golem for nothing.
Yeah, and now he's gonna play the Flame Tongue. So again, questionable decisions to say the least, but nevertheless he does still have board control. He is up 1 card. Well, actually, yeah, 1 card against the Crazerk right here. So Crazerk He's in a really tough spot.
He's in a really tough spot, but card advantage ultimately to a Warlock doesn't mean much since he can always life tap.
Couldn't he actually just play the Dark Iron and then the Shadow Flame?
He could, but he's just delaying the inevitable.
I guess you could say.
He has to sacrifice ball control to do that.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, he doesn't even know that there is that 6 mana cost Archer Commander that's sitting in the hand of Unistar. Yeah, he's gonna do it anyways, because I guess that's his only option.
That's his only option.
Yeah, so he's gonna clear the board at least, which means that now an Archer Commander's gonna well played again. That was of course a decent play. Oh god. Okay,
Fire
so
Elemental.
he could Fire Elemental here, and then Archer Commander later on. Or
no,
what
Argent Commander. Argent Commander first.
Because it's always a direct damage coming out. So
and it also has shield.
Yeah, so it's not gonna die at all. So in fact he even gets unlucky.
Oh, there we go. The taunts coming out.
Here we go. Power overwhelming though. It's not gonna do anything much here.
Can he top deck a Leroy? Is he gonna tap for a Leroy?
It's a Flame Imp. It's a Flame Imp. So
he's gonna suicide with Flame Imp.
Yeah, so he's gonna throw the Flame Imp and the Defender of Argus. Oh yeah, well.
Kamikaze Flame Imp.
Yeah, exactly. What a way to die, man. That's 2 games. Well, actually 1 for 1.
Crazerk, you have earned my respect.
Yeah. Killing himself with that Flame Imp. I guess, you know, there's no other way to do it. So that's gonna do it for game number 2 here of Crazerk versus Unistar. And Unistar, he was actually pretty lucky in that game to get back into it.
It was 1-0. It's 1-all right now.
Yeah, it's 1-all, and it seems like he was. I guess you could say the game was a little bit kind of interesting to say the least. And guys, it seems we're now going to be jumping into the 3rd game. This is, of course, a best out of 5. Again, I reiterate that, a best out of 5. So there's a lot of games that needs to be played here. So far, only 2 games have been done so far, which means that now there is a chance that Crazerk can still be in the lead. If he wins this, he just needs to win 1 more. The same goes for Unistar on the other side of the board. So that means let's go ahead, and we're gonna be jumping into game 2 fairly soon, and let's talk a little bit about the deck here. What do you think is the deck response gonna be coming out now?
Well, Unistar lost his Shaman, so the only deck he can play with is the Rogue.
Yeah, exactly.
He has only the Rogue to deal with.
Yeah. So. Okay.
Oh, look at the Rogue here, right? His deck is...
Wait, no, Unistar won. Unistar won.
Oh, Unistar won?
Yeah, he's the champ. Yeah, so Crazerk now, he's going to be forced to... Wow, okay, so he goes for his Paladin. Yep. Interesting. So, look at that card. We all know Ysera. Now, that is a very dangerous card. Let's take a quick look at Crazerk's hand. He does have the Sunwalker, the Arching Commander, and the Ysera. All very high-level cards. I'm guessing he's probably going to mulligan all of them?
Yes. It's very good cards, but I have to mulligan all of them.
Right, and as for Unistar, he does have at least a Novice Engineer, a Hex, a Defender of Argus. What do you think he's gonna mulligan here? I mean, in fact, even the Argent Commander.
Right here, right. The safest play is to mulligan the Argent Commander, the Defender of Argus, and keep the Novice Engineer with the Hex.
Okay, interesting to see. Okay, so he's gonna. Okay, well, actually, he's gonna mulligan the Hex and the Argent Commander. He does get a loot border at least. The Fire Elemental, which is kind of decent for later on, but of course he's missing a lot in terms of that tree and the 4 around there. I mean, the Defender of Argus, it's kind of useless if you don't have minions aboard. So taking a look at Crazerk's hand though, he does have the Swamp Ooze, the Argent Protector, the Argent Commander, a lot of Argents in this game, eh? And the Sunwalker. Yeah. And
there we go, Ysera.
So he practically got his starting hand.
That's his starting hand.
Now, what are the odds? Okay, so it seems here both players, they already passed the turn. And it's turn 2 for Crazerk. He's gonna go ahead and throw out the Acidic Swamp. I mean, is there a Rock Biter? No, I mean Stormforge Axe.
There's only one Stormforge Axe, and he's not running any Doomhammer, so I guess it's a fine. Looking at Crazerk's hand, right? Crazerk's Paladin, he does have one.
Oh, only one Acidic Swamp Boost. So
only one Acidic Swamp Boost.
That could hurt, but of course he does have a really good start here. The Argent Protector, it's gonna give him the buff. He can actually run right into the face here. What do you think is the better play though?
Trading would be the better play.
Yeah, for sure.
Because essentially you don't want to sacrifice a 2-drop, a 2-mana cost for 1.
He actually goes for face, so he might lose his Argent Protector here, and the value will be in Unistar because he gets a card draw as well.
Yes, definitely.
So it seems like, well, okay, so he has an Earth Shock. He's thinking, okay, so he's gonna silence the minion
and kill the 2/2.
And kill the 2. Yeah.
And then drop the Novice Engineer. Right. He can even coin the Rock Biter, man.
I mean, not coin. I mean, he does have a Rock Biter.
He has a Rock Biter and coin the Novice Engineer.
Yeah, so he's gonna use the Rock Biter here. He does have the coin.
Yes.
Yeah, he's gonna use it. It's gonna be that Novice Engineer. which means it can always be paired up with the Defender of Organised, which is pretty good for later on.
Definitely.
But looking at Crazerk's hand though now, he has only a Blood Knight, which
he's not going to play this turn.
Yeah,
he's going to hero power and pass.
Yeah, most probably. I don't think he's probably going to go for the Hammer of Wrath because that's kind of a waste of card.
Well, he could go aggressive and just play the Blood Knight for 3 mana 3/3. He could.
Yeah, that could be a possibility. Of course, you don't gain the Battle Cry, but still, it's a normal 3/3.
It's a normal 3/3. It won't be the worst of plays, since the only card that Unistar has Divine Shield will be Argent Commander, and Argent Commander normally when it comes up, the shield is gonna get pop killing something.
Yeah, for sure. So he's gonna go ahead and play the 1/1 here. There is a Flame Tongue totem, by the way, so he can actually call for a totem and a Flame Tongue as well if he wants, and then probably save the Defender for later, and just trade. Or what do you think?
Well, here right, he should actually hero power for sure. Trade, kill the 1/1 with the 1/2, and not play Flame Tongue.
I guess you do have a point. I mean, there's a consecration chance there.
Yes.
And well, I mean, it does survive at least.
Yeah, but ultimately it doesn't do much being a 0/1.
Oh, and he just top deck an Equality there. So if he's lucky with the next turn, he can Equality consecrate. Oh, he's actually going to go ahead and do the card draw. I guess it's not the best. It's
That's
not the
definitely
worst.
one of the best
plays.
plays.
I mean, it's better plays there because he does get a card draw. He gets rid of the Flame Tongue. That means now his taunt can't attack. It's just literally a deadbeat taunt.
Well, here comes Defender of Argus, and the taunt can attack again.
Yeah, there we go. So now that's a 2/2 Novice. That's 3 damage to the face, and now it seems like Crazerk is taking a little bit of damage right now.
That's the power of Argus Commander synergizing with the hero power here. Because Argent Commander ultimately gives value to something they can't attack, being a 0/2, buff it up to a 1/3, and they can do something to affect the board.
Yeah. Do you think in this kind of situation he should play Argent or just the Sunwalker?
Well, Sunwalker has the potential of getting hexed and doesn't do anything. So Argent Commander here would be one of the best plays, as the taunt totals doesn't trade for it, and has to trade one of his highest damage minions to kill it.
Alright, and it's still gonna lose out anyways.
But looking at that top deck.
Oh, that top deck Stormforge Hex, that's gonna be so good for him. In fact, he can top deck, not top deck, he can actually use that, and he can, well, this is also a better play in a sense.
This is the better play.
He does have the Fire Elemental, you gotta easily clear that out. Down goes the Argent Commander. Yeah, you're not gonna be commandering any units after this. Well, he does top deck the Consecrate, so it's gonna be Equality Consecrate.
Equality Consecrate?
Is it? Yeah, there we go. So it's the Equality Consecrate combo, and that's a huge amount of value gonna be played. And on top of that, the Argent Squire. So it seems like he's gotten himself back in this game. A lucky top deck there.
Let me say, value redeemed.
Indeed, sir. Well, okay, in this kind of situation now, he does have the Argent Commander to play. He does have a lot of other things as well. What do you think is the best option here?
Yeah, but everything here is overkill for a 1/1.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very, very true indeed.
So Sylvanas and Hero Power seems to be the best play right here.
Yep, it's exactly what he's gonna do. He gets spell damage. Unfortunately, it's not a taunt, so well, either ways, I mean, it's not, the taunt's not gonna be able to pop that shield.
Another equality.
So in this kind of situation, he might actually Equality it. I think it might be a huge waste though.
We're actually thinking to combo off his Blood Knight with the Argent Squire, but if he does that and it kills Sylvanas, it will be one of the.
Yeah.
It won't be pretty.
Okay, let's say the worst case scenario. Okay, what do you think he should play? Like, should he just use Hero Power and try to whack into Sylvanas or whack the?
I would actually Sunwalker here, to be honest.
But that's the thing though, if he Sunwalkers, right? If he plays his Sylvanas into it, there is still that 50% chance that he's gonna get the Sunwalker out.
Well, the thing is, Sylvanas doesn't kill the Sunwalker immediately.
Yeah, I guess.
And then the Sunwalker doesn't kill Sylvanas immediately. So you're safe to deal 4 damage. But instead he's gonna trade.
Wow, so he's gonna use his Equality here. He's gonna lose the 1/1 for sure.
Yep.
And now that just means he's gonna
Sunwalker.
okay, so he gets a Sunwalker out, which isn't the worst of place. I mean, the thing is he had to force out the Equality there, which is kind of dangerous for his later part of the set.
Definitely.
Because we're still on the 8 mana cost turn.
And the Shaman hasn't actually played any of his high value cards. only one fire element that has been played so far.
Yeah, that's actually kind of scary here. He's actually gonna go ahead.
And no hexes yet.
Yeah, so he's gonna use his hero power here and the defender of Argus. So not the best, not the. I think probably the better player right now instead of just throwing out the Sunwalker there.
Definitely.
But unfortunately, a defender of Argus in return.
Yep.
And a lightning bolt. So down goes. He's gonna get board cleared right here. He's gonna lose the Archon Squire, but that doesn't matter as much because now, well, the next turn he only has 8 mana to use, but he has a lot of cards to use in this kind of situation.
Well, normally if you know the opponent doesn't have Hex, Ysera would be the best play here.
Right.
But so here, what he's going to try and do is trying to bail out a Hex, maybe even a double Hex, since none of these creatures trade efficiently with any of this on the board.
Right. But here's the thing though, Unistar unfortunately, he doesn't have any Hex just yet. He actually top decked the Harvest Golem, so not much he can actually do here. He does actually use his Blood Knight to steal the shield off from his Sunwalker there, so the Sunwalker is going to be able to trade decently here, and still he's going to be able to get the 6/6, but the Lightning Storm comes out. That's a 4/2/6/2, so that's a huge trade there. I mean, he's just going to use the Defender to knock off that.
No, he's going to have to...
Yeah, he's going to have to... Yeah, sorry.
Stormforge Axe, take 4 damage to the face, and kill it off.
Yep. Which means he still does have 2 taunts, he does have 1 damage
and Harvest Golem.
And a Harvest Golem. So again, he still has board control. And the thing is, there is really not much response here in Crazerk's hand. He does have Ysera, but what exactly is Ysera going to do? I mean, if he gets lucky...
Oh, he's going to YOLO Ysera!
Okay, so here we go, Ysera. Is he going to get Ysera Awakened?
Oh, he's going to get the Dream.
He's going to get a Dream, so... the Dream is...
Oh, look at the top deck!
Oh, but the top deck! Ysera! Oh no, it's so unfortunate!
Top deck stone, baby.
It's just gonna be a 4/10 creep right now. He can actually potentially send back his Ysera and play it again for a second turn.
Yes.
So I guess the best play would probably be to just...
Definitely, because if you see the opponent not hexing your Ysera and silencing your Ysera,
you know
it's a definite show, it's a definite tell that he doesn't have hex.
Yeah, so I guess the best situation here is to ram it into a taunt.
Ram into the 1/2.
Right.
And then dream your Ysera and replay your Ysera.
Yeah, now that's a pretty insane combo, man.
Yep.
Now here's the thing though, okay, so he's gonna go ahead and hit the face because he knows that he can't really do much. Oh, but that taunt though, that's a...
Actually, he could even ram it into, yes, without dying.
Yeah, I should probably ram it into that 7/8 and then do the Dream. He's gonna go ahead and attack face here. He's gonna forget about the Ysera there. He knows that Ysera's gonna use this, but little does he know there's a Dream there. Oh, that Blessings though!
Is gonna...
I think the Blessings would be the better play first though. He's actually gonna return that.
Well, it's not the worst play, but it's not the best play.
I mean, he doesn't get as much value as compared to the other players there.
Definitely,
so,
definitely. And he's not gonna get through the 2 taunts.
Yeah, exactly. So now he does have the Shadow Sun. He has a couple of creeps on the board there to kind of regain a bit.
But he lost his edge.
Yeah, that's a thing. Okay,
and
right
he
now...
still can play... And then Unistar still has a chance to play the Earth Element because it's just so mana efficient.
Exactly. So, in this kind of situation, he's actually going to send his taunt right into the face of the Fairy Dragon, giving that good value there, I guess.
Definitely.
Definitely, for sure. That's he's going to go ahead and throw out the Earth Elemental, which means now he can't really deal with that.
Actually, he could just ignore the 1/1 to be honest. But he's going to be safe.
Yeah.
Just in case.
You know, Blessings and all this kind of jazz. He's going to go ahead and Hero Power coin in the Archon Square. And now here's the problem though. He doesn't have the Dream. He will at least be able to trade this, but that means now...
Ysera is going to be an 8/6.
Yeah.
Much easier to take down.
And this is actually kind of scary though. But
and he has the perfect...
but that top deck got an Hex. The thing is, yeah, he's going to go ahead and Hex here. He's just going to go ahead and hit face for 2/1. Coin out a totem.
He can't actually hit face. I
mean, hit the taunt, sorry.
Oh,
he got the wow! He's getting the perfect RNG in this game. It's just getting worse and worse.
Damn RNGs, man.
Crazerk thought he had the game in his bag, and unfortunately, it's not the case there.
Yeah, definitely dreaming back your own Ysera was the best play right there.
Having that not the bloodlust, sorry, the battle cry. The ability there on the card is just so good.
Well, the thing is this. When both players are top decking, I will actually place the advantage on the Paladin more than the the Shaman, because in Shaman totems you don't actually have control of which totem you get.
Yeah.
Whereas for Paladin's power, right, the hero ability, you can always have a reliable 1/1 on the board.
Yeah, that's very, very true. And that always can be buffed up with Kings and all these other giants.
Yep, and you can see in this situation whereby the Paladin, although losing his Ysera, still maintains board control.
Yep, that's true. And even if he does play that Arching Commander, he's still gonna lose it anyways.
Yes,
so,
to cheap minions.
Yeah, exactly, to cheap minions. So he's getting so much value there. Now the problem is, does Unistar try to use the Arching Commander, or just, screw it, I'm just gonna go with totems. He's gonna go for face here. He might even throw out the Arching Commander to just go for the face, but...
He has to totem first. He's not gonna totem.
Wow, okay, so he's gonna go ahead and hit face.
It's all YOLO right now, man.
It's gonna be a ton! Oh my god, he gets lucky again, but here's the thing.
It still dies.
It's still gonna die. Now, the thing is, he's gonna use...
That's a Hammer of Wrath.
Oh wow, so okay, let's see here.
Okay,
so,
he's gonna ran the 2/1/1 token and kill the totem, kill the taunt totem, break the shield with the Argent Spire for free, and then Hammer of Wrath the Argent.
Why doesn't he just 2/1 the taunt, 1 ping on the what is it called, the Argent?
Well, essentially, I would want to leave out the Walker Infiltrator to buff it up with Blessing of Kings.
Right.
Because he can't be affected by Hex and whatnot.
He gets even a better draw there. He gets Defender after the Wrath, which he used to kill off the other creep there. So
and he can kill off the 2/1 for free.
Look at that, the tables have turned suddenly, and now Unistar in a back foot, only with a Hex. Now this is a huge problem for Unistar here. Crazerk has a lot of board presence right now, and look at that. He's gonna go ahead and draw a card here. He does have the Novi Engineer. Hopefully he can top deck something. Now the thing is, he doesn't have any Lightning Storms there.
Yes.
So that's a huge problem.
Crazerk know for a fact that both Lightning Storm has been spent.
And that's why you see the amount of harass deck from the minions that's being spawned. He's gonna go ahead and throw out the 2/3. Oh no, the bug. It's coming into play here. He's trying to hex the Argent Commander.
He can hex it. Yeah.
But here's the thing though.
Here's a go on Fate. Yep.
Yeah, okay,
there we go.
He gets it. So he's gonna go ahead and coin. Hopefully he gets a Molten. Wow. He gets a Searing. So that's really good for him now. But the thing is,
it will wear it down,
yeah,
but true silver top deck, man.
That's probably game here, man.
It's 2, 6, 10, 11. No, not really. But
not exactly, but
more board control.
Yeah, more board control. Very, very close to winning as well. He just needs to go for face. I'm pretty sure he knows that there's no taunts left. There's only a few cards left coming out from the deck of Unistar there, so he needs to be a lot more careful and hopeful for the next couple of draws here.
I don't think there's an answer in Unistar's deck at this point. The only answer to clear board right now is Lightning Storm.
He actually does top deck an Earth Elemental, which is actually
well, it doesn't actually help that much, to be honest, unless he can trade efficiently with the minions on board. Right, which he must do right now.
I mean, he can use the totem for the...
He can kill a 2/2. He can kill the other 2/2 with sacrificing 2 minions.
Right. I mean, in this kind of situation, you'd rather just trade with a 2/2.
Yes.
So he's gonna lose 2 minions. The thing is,
you have to mitigate the damage coming out.
Yeah.
But kill totem is one of the best things right now.
Here's the thing, though. He has a true silver. He can hit the taunt, deal 4 damage. Oh god! Top deck Argent Commander, sir. And I think that's pretty much well played, because there we go. He's gonna proc the shield.
That's just nice.
He's gonna hit it with the true silver. Out comes the 4. No.
Yes.
Okay, that's the same thing. I mean, he can still do it.
And true silver to the face.
True silver, a sword, sir, into your back, I say. And down goes Unistar. That is 2 wins. Well played by both players, in fact, to drag it out that long. That's going to be really, really well played there. Coming up for Crazerk. Crazerk, he gets to win there. That means he's 2-1 right now. Which means he just needs to win 1 more game against Unistar to get...
To advance.
To advance into this winner's bracket.
Semi-finals, right?
Exactly. No, it's not the the quarterfinals. The quarterfinals, yeah. So definitely it seems like, both players, they've done as much as they could in this game. I have to say, a lot of top decking action. As usual. I mean, we don't call it top deck Hearthstone for nothing.
Well,
top decks though.
It is sort of expected with these high tier players, top tier players, whereby both decks are so equally solid that it comes down to top decking.
Yeah, I mean, top decking is the name of the game. It seems, especially in this tournament right here in Singapore, a lot of top decking action has been happening here. You know, securing wins. We saw a little bit of combos. We saw Leroy Jenkins a lot of times. We saw even the power overwhelming with Leroy Jenkins as well. We saw an Argent Commander win the game as well.
Not to mention, at Maligos with Fog Lightning.
Oh yeah, now that was a pretty insane play because that did about 8 damage to everything.
No, that did 9 damage to both minions.
Exactly.
And it killed a 5/10 Ancient of War.
Yeah. Now, what are you gonna say about that? There is combos Maligos, but it's pretty rare, and I think that's the reason why it's really funny to see that happen. Now the thing is, we are going to be going into game number 4, I do believe, and this could probably be the last game for Unistar if he's not able to win this one. So he definitely needs to make sure he's going to be able to win this because it will ultimately give him a second life, per se, to still be able to win the game. So, I don't know, I mean...
He's still not out of it, per se.
Right.
If he wins this, it will go to a tiebreaker.
Yeah, and it's eventually both players down to the last deck.
Yep.
Now the thing is, what is this? Crazerk. He used only the Shaman and the Rogue.
Crazerk used his Warlock.
The Warlock and the Paladin.
He started with the Rogue. He lost with the Rogue. He go for the Warlock. He lost with the Warlock.
Okay. And
so Crazerk is down to his last deck right now. It's a Paladin.
So he's down with the Paladin here. Okay, so. Wait. Isn't that a little bit wrong there? No. He lost with his Warlock. He's now playing with his Paladin. He still has his Rogue available.
No, he started with the Rogue, isn't it? No.
Okay, I'm a little bit confused.
That was Unistar. Yeah, Unistar started with the Rogue.
With the Rogue. He lost his Rogue. He lost the Shaman there in that second game.
Yep. So it's down to his.
So he's gonna be forced to use the Druid. The Paladin is here. Look at these cards. Okay, let's take a quick look at Crazerk's deck first. He has a Sword of Justice, which is very, very good here. He, on top of Fairy Dragon and a Defender of Argus. Now that's a pretty insane amount of damage, and he has a True Silver Champion as well. But you look at Unistar's hand though. He actually mulliganed already, so we can't really get to see much. He does have Ragnaros and a Claw.
Even then, it's not the best of hands, to be honest, for Unistar. It's not looking good for Unistar.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
looking at this starting hand.
Yeah, Unistar, he does have Wrath to deal with a 2-drop.
Yes.
A Claw to deal with a 3-drop as well, so... I mean, Wrath also can be used for the 3-drops.
But Crazerk opting to mulligan the Sword of Justice there.
Yeah, I mean...
I don't know about that, man. Sword of Justice ultimately secures your early game as a Paladin. Because every time you hero power, it's a 2-2.
Yeah. So...
It's a 2-2 for 2.
Yeah, exactly. It's a well-met trade.
Yep.
So, in this kind of situation, I guess, it is very questionable. He does have double Hammer of Wrath. He's gonna actually coin into a Fairy Dragon.
Actually, coining to a Fairy Dragon, anything besides Druid will be the best thing ever, since none of the spell affects it.
Right.
But being a Druid, you have that to deal with.
Yeah, there we go. The Claw is going to come out. He's going to be able to deal 2 damage to the face. Well, not the face, but the face of the Fairy Dragon.
Yep.
Boom goes the Fairy Dragon. That means complete board empty right now.
And he's left with hero power.
Yeah, so it's kind of a waste there in that kind of regard.
So this is the best situation for Unistar to maintain board control.
Right.
Where both players has nothing to play and he can kill off the hero power with his hero power.
Exactly, and the thing is, he takes no damage at all because of that 1/1 armor. Now this is very good. See, the thing is, you have to think again. If he had the, what was it called, the Sword of Justice, he would have been in a much more better spot.
Yes, definitely a much better spot right now.
So no choice here. He's gonna have to go ahead and reinforce right there. He's gonna get the 1/1. And now looking at Unistar's hand, he actually top decks his second Wrath. Now here's the question though.
He could get greedy.
Wrath, right?
He could get greedy, but looking at the Paladin's deck that he faced earlier, it would be wise to save the Wrath for something bigger and just hero power. Because even if he's Wrath, right, he's still gonna be able to play anything.
Yeah, and actually looking at it right now, he's actually in a really good position because you look at Crazerk, he doesn't really have much 4-drops.
Yep.
He's gonna be forced to keep using his
unless you want to Blood Knight for a 3/3 or Elder for a 3/3.
Yeah, which is I guess maybe it could be effective, but I guess he wants to save it for things like, I don't know. Well, Archon Commander, he can't really use it because he's going to use it to bring off something else, so it's kind of weird. So I guess maybe even playing the 3-3 would have been the better option, but I guess he does have a lot of divine shields on his own, so he can always use that to eat it up.
He's always looking to combo that Blood Knight off with his own Divine Shield.
Right, so
he's using a Wrath here.
Yeah, so he wants to get greedy a little bit, he wants a bit more card draw.
Well,
he gets a Novice Engineer, which is kind of okay in a sense. I mean, he's going to be able to have another card
I guess
draw.
he was banking on the off chance that if he didn't get anything nice, he could play the Big Game Hunter. Because having facing Crazerk's deck early on, he knows for a fact that Crazerk doesn't have anything above 7 damage.
Yeah. Right.
So that wouldn't be the worst of plays for 3 mana 4/2.
Actually, that's really true, and not to mention he can actually save that for a Blood Knight that can actually combo with a lot of shields coming out.
Yes.
So it's a good thing that he's saving that. We might actually, yeah, we're gonna see the Archon Protector on top of the Divine Shield from the 1/1. It's not the. I mean, there's really nothing else.
It's
he can
okay,
do.
I guess.
It's okay because he really doesn't have much.
Yes.
He doesn't have much at this point. Look at the amount of cards that's now in the hand of Unistar. He has so much mobs to use. He even has the Harvest Golem, which you could probably play. I think it's probably the better option here.
Yes, Harvest Golem definitely is the better option. And Hero Power. Well, he has the option here to either kill off the 2/2 or kill off the 1/1. So yeah, he's gonna opt to go for the 1/1.
So he's gonna train the Novice for the 1/1. No issue there. He doesn't take damage again because of his hero power.
And you still have a 1/1 on the board.
Exactly. So now that's a lonely 2/2. He needs a little bit more friends here. Let's call in some more reinforcements.
Definitely.
He's gonna go ahead and it looks like he wants to True Silver here. No, he's gonna hammer Wrath. Okay, so he's gonna hammer and use his 2/2 to kill off the 2/1 spawn. Hopefully he gets a decent top deck. He gets a Archon Commander, which means he gets both at least now. So that's pretty good for him. And the thing is,
well, it is good for him transitioning over to mid game and late game, seeing he has the dominant hand, to be honest.
Yeah, that is for sure. Oh, he actually top decks a Ancient of War right here on turn 7.
Well, Ancient of War, huh?
Wouldn't that be the better play here in this kind of sense? What do you think?
That would be the aggressive play here, and he still can faces Manipulator, another Ancient of War next turn.
Right. And the thing is, it will kind of force out that Archon Commander.
What's going for? 10-5!
Wow! So he's gonna
going balls to the walls, man.
Now that's a little scary because here's the thing. He has a 1/1, the Archon Protector is there, he's gonna lose his minion.
Yep.
So that was actually the worst play he could have hoped for over there.
Well, he has a lot of answers. He can either Equality and kill it off. He can Archon Protector and kill it off. He can Elder Protector and kill it off.
Yeah.
I mean, the options are endless here.
Yeah, he's just gonna go ahead and trade, so that's really unfortunate. He loses out on such a huge creep that could have been faced as Manipulator, so doesn't have that to work with. He does have a card draw now, which he could use in this turn.
Well, he could Archon Protector, Archon Commander himself, or he could just Wrath for 3. I would just Wrath for 1 and draw.
Wow, so he's gonna Wrath. He can also
Archon Protector?
Wow, okay, so you mean Archon Commander? Yeah, he's gonna Archon Commander to the face. Kind of questionable a bit, I guess.
Well, I guess it's not the worst of plays since Paladin doesn't have any small direct damage.
Right.
The only direct damage that he can know of is either Avenging Wrath.
Right.
If he spends it on the 4/2, it's a win for him.
I guess.
Hammer of Wrath, if he spends 4 mana, doesn't kill a minion, it's still a win for him.
Well, in this kind of case, his Elder Peacekeeper is probably gonna play.
It's very devastating right here, Elder Peacekeeper.
He's gonna play it here. He's gonna go ahead and coin out.
And buff it up.
Yeah, he's gonna buff up his 3/3.
And then Blood Knight.
And Blood Knight. Oh
my god, it's gonna be a 9/9.
Wow, that's an insane. Okay, now here's the thing. That's a big game hunter target.
Yep.
He could have actually just been a little bit more safe and played the Blood Knight first before using the Protector.
Well, here's the thing. Crazerk has no idea that Unistar has a big game hunter until now.
Yeah, so that's gonna be unfortunate. He's gonna be like, what?
A big game hunter?
So he's gonna lose out a lot on this. The thing is, he can still clear the board here, coming out from Crazerk.
Well, Unistar, he's faced with a very interesting predicament. I guess you swipe and clear would be the best play here, because ultimately you want to save the 4/2.
Right.
And he still can Novice Engineer.
Wouldn't Hero Power still be a little bit better here? So
Well, it's a 1-2 for a 1-2, so it's still fine.
Alright, so he gets a Ancient of War, and now it's a 5 damage on the board there. The thing is, he doesn't have Consecrate, so this is actually hurting him a lot. Now the question is, does he Hammer Wrath? Oh, he's actually thinking about it.
Actually, Hammer Wrath won't be so bad because Argent Commander here ultimately will die to a Hero Power and an attack from the Novice Engineer, which is not what you want.
Yeah. So now does he attack face? So it seems like he's gonna go ahead and attack the minion, which is kind of a waste of True Silver in my opinion.
A bit questionable there, but True Silver, half a True Silver to save an Argent Squire. Well, you do have Blessing of Kings to work with. I guess that's what he's looking for. Yeah.
Oh, look at this. He's gonna go again with the +10 attack. Oh, he miscalculated in terms of mana. He wanted to play the Druid of the Claw. So now here's the thing.
Actually, that might have saved him because equality incoming.
Oh yeah, exactly. This is such.
Or he could just Argent Commander.
I mean,
Equality
it's
Argent
kind of
Commander?
He could Equality here and just trade off.
Argent Commander and trade would be the best, to be honest.
I guess he wants to keep the quality for later features. And this is a 10-5, so it's not that big of a deal.
Blessing of Kings there would be a definite bad play, man.
Yeah.
Don't do it! Don't do it!
So it seems like he's gonna do it. So it seems like he just wants to go ahead and buff it up, kill off the 10-5. He's gonna play Argent Commander, and that's gonna hit face. Is there any more Bloodlines in the deck of Crazerk though? That's the question.
Crazerk has one Blood Knight. That's the only one Blood Knight he has.
I see. So unable to pull off the combo here with his Argent Commander.
Unfortunately, here he will lose to a Thassa's Manipulator to take off the shield. But no, that's not what he opted for. Here going for Druid of the Claw into charge mode.
So he's gonna hit and then charge it and waste that.
And trade it?
Questionable again. He's gonna play the Harvest Golem, but that means it's just a target for the what do you call this? The True Silver.
Well, he could get so much more value if he go for the taunt.
Now he's gonna play Ysera here, I think.
Yeah, this is a definite play for Ysera because Druid ultimately has no direct solution for Ysera unless for Naturalize, which is not the best move, to be honest, because you still give your opponent 2 casts over you.
Exactly. Here we go. The Dream is here, and he does get the Dream. He's gonna be able to return his minion to the field if he wants to. There's a lot of options, but right now we're looking at Unistar.
Yes. Oh, there we go.
Wow, that's a Ysera, man.
That's
Holy.
the dream.
Now that is value right there. He has 2-1. He's gonna hit face now. That's a 4/6 taunt, so it's not gonna die. It's gonna deal at least 4 damage towards Ysera. Out comes the Dream here.
It's a
That's
nightmare.
A nightmare. Wow.
A Dream versus a nightmare.
Now that's perfect for his Golem, which can probably kill off the Ysera if Ysera runs into the 4/6, isn't it?
Oh, equality.
Oh, but an Equality Consecrate.
Oh my god, damn values.
That's gonna hurt a lot. He can actually hit here and Dream, in fact.
Yes, he should definitely Dream his Ysera back.
So
should play it, yes. Well, the Ooze wouldn't be that bad.
I guess he's. Come on, he should Dream here because he's gonna lose.
Please say you're gonna Dream. What?
No, he's gonna.
You're gonna sacrifice Ysera for free?
So Ysera's gonna be lost here to an auto attack from. Not auto attack, but the hero power from Unistar. So again, very questionable there.
I guess he wants Crazerk to take the 4 damage. He wants Unistar to take the 4 damage. But he doesn't know that he has healing.
Yeah,
healing touch.
He has a healing touch. He has a Ragnar's for late game. He has an Ancient of Lore. There's so many things on the board right now in favor for a Unistar here. So he might have actually eventually bit himself in the butt there.
Yeah.
That play.
I mean, what are you gonna do with Dream anyway? If you're not gonna do that, it's not gonna return the Fairy Dragon.
Yeah. That seems like very questionable plays indeed. I think he could most probably...
And against a Druid, man. Druid doesn't have any direct counters to Ysera. That would be the awesome play right there. It would be so fancy.
Exactly. I mean, in this kind of situation... Okay, so NFA is going to come in. He's going to heal himself before ending the turn.
And then Crazerk was like...
Oh god. Because right now he's back to 21 HP. There's a blessing though, so he can actually always trade that with the 5/5. But he does have a True Silver, which is probably the better option in this kind of situation.
Dreaming that will be bad. Will be very, very bad.
Yeah. So it seems like he could possibly just True Silver, use his 1/1 to ping that off.
Yes.
He has the ability to hit face for 3, or he can actually buff it up. Actually, that would be the better play because no spell is going to affect it.
And play the 3/5, yes.
Wow, look at that. So he can potentially Blessings the 3/5 later.
No, no.
No?
Immune to spell, bro.
Oh, right. Yeah.
But a 3/5 that's immune to spells, that's a dream, man.
Yeah, that it is a dream indeed. And that dream was realized because of Ysera. None other than Ysera. And okay, now here's the thing though. He has 4 damage from the True Silver. He has 3 damage from both the Dream card as well as the Fairy Dragon, so that's 6 damage plus another 3 damage, so that's 9 on top of 4. But here comes Ragnaros!
Yes, that is the best he can do at this point, to be honest.
Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and hit face, dropping down to 20.
And hope that it kills a minion.
Here we go, out comes the blast! Oh! What a perfect RNG there! Hits out the 3/5, and that is just so annoying right now for Crazerk.
RN Jesus, man.
The thing is, does he buff up his creep here? Or what?
I guess he could take 8 damage to the face, to be honest. Because even if you buff it with Blessing of Kings, it's not gonna die.
Yeah, which is kind of unfortunate.
But he can't kill it this turn without sacrificing the ooze. That's the thing.
Right, so in this kind of situation, I guess you could say that maybe just hitting face?
Hitting face would be bad. You ultimately doesn't want to
keep. Well, he could dream here.
But that's the thing. Even if you dream Ragnaros, when he plays Ragnaros, he's still gonna do 8 damage.
I guess. I mean, but he could delay the inevitable and force himself to Blessing something to deal more damage, because he has a lot of creeps on the board right here. Wouldn't a dream into a Blessing still be a better option?
Well, he could go YOLO mode and buff up the ooze, dream the rag, and YOLO face.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking. Like,
is he going to do it?
That's a 7/6 now, because you see.
Yep, he's definitely going to dream.
When he plays Ragnaros and it doesn't target the ooze, he's gonna still be able to trade effectively.
He's gonna die next turn if it doesn't kill the ooze.
Exactly. Well, yeah, that's actually another good point. He's gonna hit face for 4.
There we go.
Down.
Game
he's
point,
down to
baby.
5. Here's the question though: does he? Okay, so his only option here is probably Ragnaros, depending on what he gets in the top deck. It's a Sunwalker though, so that's gonna save his life.
Yep.
Now he can Sunwalker here. And,
top deck Sunwalker.
And yeah, just keep. Well, he can innervate and even throw out the taunt, but he doesn't want to destroy his taunt.
Of course, of course.
So there's really
nothing. He could just Blood Mage here and Hero Power.
Yeah, I guess that would be the better play. Get a little bit more armor in himself at this point of the game.
Okay, let's see. Can we see another top deck?
That's the question.
The thing is, the Sunwalker doesn't kill the ooze, even then. That's the problem, and it still dies next turn. It is still a little check.
I guess you could say
the only
so.
way is to Hero Power up and it's left with 1 HP. So, not anymore actually, that would be the best player right there.
Actually, because he just want to give more minions and the ability to quickly ping off the shield. So now, here's the thing. His
top deck Consecrate! It's
quality! Wow! Okay, so...
that is game. Game, set, and match.
Yeah, that's game. That is so game right here. So here we go. He's gonna quality. Everything's gonna be a 1/1. He's gonna trade. He's gonna ping it. And out comes a 7 damage to the face. That's a wild ooze on the loose, my friend.
Congratulations, Crazerk.
7 damage. That's gonna do a lot. And yeah, like you said, man, Crazerk, well-deserving victory, well played. He goes 3-1 against Unistar in this first game, by the way, the very first game of this first game here in the winners bracket.
Right, winners bracket. First game of the winners bracket.
Now that is pretty insane there. I gotta say that this was pretty much a very insane matchup. It was so close. Well, I guess you can't really say it was very close because it was a 3-1 win. It wasn't a 3-2. It wasn't the longest series there.
Yep.
So in that kind of sense, really lucky top decks again, coming up from both players. well-deserving victory to Crazerk there. He's going to be able to secure his spot onto the quarterfinals in the winner's bracket, and that's going to be very good for him. So, guys, do stay tuned. Still, we have so much more Hearthstone action for you guys. If you guys are excited, we are as well. We've got so much more action to cast. We'll be right back, you guys. Any last words here before we sign off? Or take a short break?
Yeah, take a short break and see you soon.
Yeah, see you guys.